Okay, so let's talk about Tetany, the T-Rex hands that can happen in a breathwork session. Now, for those of you who have practiced breathwork in certain events, you may have experienced the dynamic breathwork pattern where there's more activity happening in the body. You start to really charge the body up. Kind of think about a faster breath and a deeper breath is how we start to feel more. We actually trigger the stress response in the body in a deliberate way. Now, this is good in a safe and supported environment. However, it's not necessarily a good thing if you haven't learnt about the process enough and if you are carrying a lot of trauma, big T and small t trauma. So big T trauma are the things like abuse, death in the family, and small t trauma is more about the things that are incredibly important but maybe unseen. So disconnection with emotional safety, feeling alone with your own experiences where maybe you had felt fear or sadness or anger or guilt or shame and you didn't have anyone to talk to, or you were isolated in some way with your big feelings. So small t trauma is often disregarded as not important because you're not broken. There's no blood coming out of you. You're fine. Get over it. Right? Cheer up. Get on with it. Big T and small t trauma are significant and they're both important. Neither is more important than the other. If you've experienced both, breathwork needs to be guided in a more gentle way so you can start to really explore the process gently, consistently, and with support. If you jump on and do a free session online and you go into this thing and you breathe deeply and you start to activate your body and you freak out and you get T-Rex hands and that freaks you out, you're going to get stuck and then you're going to start to tell yourself, I don't like breathwork, it doesn't work for me. And you may even go to an event where you haven't necessarily had the full support that you've needed and to be guided through the feeling in your body. Now, I'll give you a clue. T-Rex hands is a sign of holding on. Without going into the details of what physically happens to your body, the connection with your breath and the oxygen and all those things, when we do this, it's a sign that we're not letting go. And most people, when they start to move into the breathwork session, their hands start to rise up like zombies and they do this and then they start to freak out, which makes it worse, and they feel freaked out about freaking out. You see how that doesn't work? It doesn't help at all. So I got to guide someone through this scary moment for her many, many, many months ago, and she let go just at the end of the workshop, and she shifted so deeply and so beautifully because she was supported and guided to relax and let go of fear